portrait is not always represented by a face. Emotions are not always found in an expression. In fact, experts who study nonverbal communication and body language have found that hand gestures are an important means of communication. Hands bridge language gaps, help us understand, and increase our sensitivity to the feelings behind words. Dorothea Lange, a well-known photographer from the Great Depression and World War II eras, found stories were not only found in faces, but also in hand expressions and body language. She captured some of the most iconic images from that time: a migrant mother supporting her tired head, a man clasping his hands while waiting in a bread line. The position and appearance of their hands showed deep emotions. With this in mind, we're going to make a hand portrait today that will help us think about all of the many ways that we communicate and the variety of meaning behind our gestures. I know, drawing hands is not easy, so let's begin with an easy way to capture a pose. This is a drawing grid. It's a useful composition tool when drawing or painting from life. You can hold it up to your subject and determine the best composition, then trace it through the transparent film. Now, I've gone ahead and drawn grid lines on a clear piece of film using a permanent marker. They're about 2 inches apart. Now, you could cut a frame from poster board, or as I've done here, I've used a pre-cut frame and taped it to the back side, centering it in the middle of the opening. You can view your non-dominant hand through the front of the drawing grid, but it's not easy to pose, hold the grid, and draw. So I recommend working with a partner for this portion of the project. I'm going to welcome my friend Sam up here to be my hand model for me. Hi, Sam. Place your hand there, and we will position the drawing grid over your hand. Now, what are some of the emotions that we express with our hand gestures? We have a list of prompts listed on our website, such as anger, defensiveness, seeking help, showing approval, anything like that. That kind of looks like seeking help or reaching out. So that's a good hand pose right there. Now just hold that for a minute while I trace this with a dry erase marker. Be sure to look at how the finger joints are positioned. The little lines that show foreshortening, or the curve and the bend of the fingers, those can be very important to getting the right expression. All right, thank you very much. Now, place a piece of tracing paper over the grid and transfer the pose to the tracing paper using a pencil. Wipe the dry erase marker drawing from the grid with a paper towel, and you're ready to capture the next pose. All right, thanks again. After creating several poses, cut the hands from the tracing paper and arrange in a collage on a sheet of heavy paper or board. Use a glue stick to secure them in place. It's okay if they overlap a little bit. Now you can add color using, of course, colored pencils or markers, the selection of shades representing common skin tones. If a range of skin tones is not available, use fantasy colors or designs that enhance the emotional quality of the poses. As an option, you can combine verbal and nonverbal communication by surrounding each hand with descriptive words and phrases. What emotions does the pose represent? What situation or thoughts might it be responding to? In this example, the hand is reaching for something, or perhaps playing the piano, raising the hand in class to answer a question, or just getting some attention. So I hope you enjoyed this portrait demonstration. Now I'm handing it off to you to create your own. Learn more about this lesson plan and find hundreds more at dickblick.com/lesson plans.